What's up, family? What's up, family? This is your boy J.A. Welcome to Creative Conversations with J.A. We on Tuesday nights. I know it's a little stretch, but that's all right. This is an important conversation. Tonight, we're talking about AI, cheat code or cheat mode. Cheat code or cheat mode. I know you have seen those AI flyers. I know you have seen them. Everybody's talking about them. So tonight I have a graphic, I call her graphic, designer extraordinaire. Yolanda is in the building. She's locked. She's loaded. We're ready to have a creative conversation on the Tuesday night. Follow me on all platforms, Creative Conversations with JA, excuse me, Facebook, Creative Conversations with JA on Instagram, and Creative Conversations with JA on YouTube is going on YouTube right now. So I don't want to prolong, this conversation because I believe it's an important conversation. And so I'm going to bring Yolanda in. She's going to introduce herself, and we're going to have the creative conversation tonight. Hello,
Hey,
Yolanda.
hey,
How are you?
I'm good, and how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad to have this conversation. You know, People been talking about it all over the internet, all over the world. And so I had to bring one
Mm-hmm.
of the best, graphic designers that I know to
Oh,
talk
that's
about
kind.
this. So just
You are
introduce yourself.
kind. Thank you.
I'm trying, I'm just telling the truth. But introduce
Thank you
yourself
so
because
much.
you're more than a graphic designer. You're a worship leader. You are all things creatives.
Mm-hmm.
You got a project that's coming up. Project
Mm-hmm.
that's coming
Mm-hmm.
up. I'm pushing you too. I
Mm-hmm.
seen that post earlier. So
Thank you.
just
Thank you.
introduce yourself.
So my name is Yolanda Marrant. My actual name is Yolanda Quincella Marrant because I like my whole name. Yeah, I'm named
Sella.
after my
Okay.
auntie Quincella. So I'm named after my auntie, my late auntie, who was this
Okay.
beautiful, amazing singer and evangelist. So I'm very proud of that because I get to keep a
Okay.
part of her. And so I am a music artist, a worship leader, whichever which day. Music. I'm a music artist, singer, graphic designer, event coordinator.
I know you
Just
everything.
events.
Told
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit of everything because I grew up in church. And so when you grow up in church, particularly black church, you grow up sometimes doing all these things. And so
all
actually
the
my mom
things.
did all these things, right? She wasn't a graphic designer, but back in the day when copied,
I
flyers,
know.
so
Yes.
I got that from her a little bit. And so it's like a little bit of all the things,
All the things.
fashion and yeah, jewelry. It's just like all the things. So
That is
I've been,
amazing.
I'm a creative. I've been this girl for a long time.
And so, because you're creative, I thought that this is a topic that you could definitely put some experience, put some content on it, put
Okay.
something a little stink on it. Um,
Okay.
and even before I answered the first question, you had made a comment about the flyer
Okay.
earlier this morning. And
Yes.
could you tell me that comment that you made?
I think that AI technology, I don't remember exactly what I said in my truth, but I think that AI, so if y'all watching, would you share and tag people so we
Yes,
can have this
please.
conversation? So everybody's been waiting for me to have this conversation. So we can get it
I
all at
know,
one time. Okay.
I know that.
So I think that what happens with AI flyers in particularly is that it says too many things at one time and people are not sure where to focus. And so I just saw something last night where I'm gonna miscall his name, but he designs for Hype magazine and things of that nature, Hype Hair magazine and things of that nature. And so he posted something sharing where there were different experts in the field saying that people are not getting the viewership they think they're getting from these things. And so the level of attendance that you got is not what you could have gotten had the communication of the advertisement been more clear. So I just often think that AI flyers, and I'm picking on you or anyone, It
No.
gives too many things at one time. It causes your eyes to kind of be all over the place, and you're not sure. Like multiple flies from AI, this AI trend, I can't find the date. I can't find what time it starts. I don't know where my eye doesn't know. The eye just naturally doesn't know which where to focus. So that's what my thought is.
And so, what does that reveal about the difference between AI generated creativity and intentional design?
Intentional design is just that. It is intentional. So it depends on the creative, the level of experience, the level of exposure. And then someone will say, why the exposure? Well, particularly I'll use Black church. We can use other markets, right? And so I always say I don't want to necessarily be known as a faith-based creator because I create for different spaces and places, but I do know church. And so because I know church, I always think about the lady sitting in the back. And so, the day we're in now, if I'm doing something that's going to go on the screens, I have to think about, and I honestly think about this, can the lady or the deacon that's sitting all the way in the back see what's on the screen? So it has
Mm,
to be intentional. If someone of a different generation doesn't know what this means, can they understand it? Is the font legible? I'm a what they call a like a font fanatic, if you will. I have over 10,000 fonts, right? And so I like what they call script font or cursive font. I like handwritten fonts, but as you grow, that's not always readable. I used to have a real big problem, but what I'm saying is it's not always readable. So that may explain to I hope people understand when you see something on the screen, why is it always more simplified text or simplified font because it has to be readable or um, um, I don't want to use the word adjustable. Sorry, it has to be readable or eatable. I almost want to use that word. Like people have to be able to swallow that. How can you do that if it's hard to read? So it's intentional because of the audience. What makes it intentional is the audience that you're going for, the target, who are the people, who is seeing it, who's receiving it. All those things are considered when you are creating.
mm, that's good. Because, well, not when you think about it. So, some people think, oh, AI is not good because it makes you look like you got Ozempic.
Right, right, right.
But it's more than that. It
It's
is.
much more.
It just
Absolutely.
gives you. It gives you so many, so many,
Absolutely.
like just bam, 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 bam.
Mhm, mhm.
The little people, it's just everywhere. I mean, and
Absolutely.
I'm not because I use it. I'm a one man band, so I do
Of
use
course.
it. But I realize the flaws in not using a graphic designer. Do you believe AI is replacing creativity or is it simply changing what it means to be creative?
It's both, in my opinion. It's
Mm.
it's in some ways replacing it depending on who you are. I saw something else today, so I'm gonna give you a lot of I saws. Okay.
No, no,
So
no, go
I saw
ahead.
something. I'm a social media girl. So there's a pastor. I'm gonna not. I'm gonna mispronounce say his name, but he's known as the AI pastor. And I originally shout out to one of my clients. Actually, I didn't even know this was their client. So he was at New Birth, probably about let's say a
Hmm.
little under a year ago, and he had this massive conversation on a Tuesday night talking about AI technology. So he just had a conversation with Pastor Jamal Bryant on his podcast, on
Yeah, I
Pastor
seen that.
Jamal Bryant's podcast, right?
Yep.
And he talked
Yes.
about all of these jobs that are getting ready to be lost, but all the jobs are
Hmm.
getting ready to come. So, in my opinion, some of the creativity is being the respect for the creativity. I think is what's being lost.
Mm.
I just recently saw a post where a young lady was talking about the man who created, we never knew his name, the man who created all the artwork for most of Spike Lee's movies. He was a he's a black man, and
Mm.
he created all the artwork that made all these movies come to life. And so I can that's another lane, but my point is that I think in some ways it's being lost, in some ways it's being renewed. It's giving me the ability to do things faster. It's giving me ability to do things like today I created something where I wanted to have a open space that looked like it was overlooking a terrace with the window. I was able to do that because it was coming from my mind. So the creativity was there from my mind, or the imagination, and using AI to do that. But I still, I don't think that's a just one lane. You gotta I still have to pair the verbiage and the things for that for it all to work successfully.
And being that, we're both basically in the faith based spaces, I
Yes.
feel like a lot of churches feel because I could create a flyer in 2 minutes or less than that,
Mm-hmm.
um, they think it's amazing. They think
Sure.
that,
Sure.
and mm, and it looks the same. It's just like, so I'm not a graphic designer like you, but I was social media manager. It's like when you go on Poster My Wall
Yes.
and they have the same
Mm-hmm.
church flyers, and if you're not careful, you'll see the same flyer that you had on the Sunday morning
Sure.
or another person's Sunday morning.
Sure.
And so it's like, I have AI cheat code or cheat mode. Um, but I feel like, and like I said, I use it. I definitely use it. I'm a one man band.
Mm-hmm.
I try to do my best not to for it to be busy.
Sure.
Um, but do you think that, like the tech pastor or the AI pastor was talking about these jobs? What do you think that means for the graphic designer in 5 years, 10 years?
I'm gonna give you two examples. Shout out to my creative friend. His name is Marcus Coleman. Marcus said to me and another in several a group of designers, my first thought is 5 years, but it may not have been 5 years. But I think it was right before and or during the pandemic. It might have been right before the pandemic. And he said something is coming. And if we do not prepare ourselves, we're going to be behind the ball. That was
Mm,
probably right before Canva took off real big. And so in that I say, and shout out to another friend, I mentioned my friends and people, and shout out
no,
to
you
another friend I
fine.
have named Alan. This is my favorite person like in the universe. And Alan told me, you got to figure it out. If you don't figure it out, you're behind the ball. So I say this to say that if creatives, here's what I've had to personally come to grips with. AI is bigger than me. It's not something you can stand outside a building and protest. It's not something you can. You know what I mean? Oh, that's my boy. That's my guy. That's my friend, Elton Benjamin. Shout out to Elton Benjamin. If you're watching this, he's having an event. Can I do this? Is that okay? He's having an event
Yes.
September. In September, he should drop it in the comments called the Creative Verse. And it's his event. It's his vision. But I'm encouraging people to come and like have these types of conversations and
Mhm.
honest conversations and gain resources and connections. Because here's the other part: you can't do this alone. I made a post today tagging as many creators as I could think of, as many creators as I knew, because I did not get to this place alone. And I did. Let me tell you, my truth is, I didn't always know that because when I started doing graphics, I didn't know any. First of all, I worked for one graphic company my whole life. So there's got a guy named DJ Different, one of my favorite people, and so I did that, and I didn't even know girls did graphic design. I didn't know one girl in the whole planet that
Mm,
did graphic design outside of the administrator at my church,
mm.
or that secretaries. That's what I knew
Yeah,
it as, right?
right.
Okay, now I'm gonna go over there and you can pull me back over there. I'm gonna go over there for a second. You can pull me back, but
No,
I
you're
didn't know
good.
that.
You're good.
I didn't know that existed. So most of my career, if you want to call it that, because I don't know if I look at it like that. This is just this is my life. I've worked for men most of my 20 plus years. Most of my clientele have been men. So my bosses were men. So I didn't know women that did this outside of secretaries. And I say that because I work for these people, and shout out to Elton. So you get to be in this room with these people, and it's just needed and necessary. I'm very, very extremely blessed and grateful to be connected to so many brilliant creators in the world, not just in the country, just in the world. Okay, so back to the space. I think if creatives don't do these things, That's how we can tie this in. I think if creatives don't connect themselves to other people, if they don't have a community, you will find yourself behind the ball. AI technology is too big to fight against it. It's too big to
Mm.
buck against. It's my shout out to my producer. His name is James Brown, and he and I have these kind of conversations. And he says, Yolanda, it's like when the car was first being introduced, and people said it'll never work. And so you had the people who had horses and buggy, and they were fighting against the system of the car. And although horses still exist, right? But you're probably gonna get a ticket if you're riding a horse through the middle of the street, right? So I think
Right.
this, I think we all have to be okay with what's happening, with what's occurring. I'm not telling you and this is my truth. I'm not telling you I love it. I'm not even telling you I like it. But I am telling you I do understand that the
It's here.
wave is too hard to go up against, or you'll get knocked out.
Right.
So we have
Right.
to adjust. Yeah, absolutely.
And I feel like I heard maybe this some years ago, Dr. Jamal Bryant saying how the church is about, and maybe it's not directly from him, but he quoted somebody said the church is like 10 to 20 years behind technology
True.
anyways.
Yes, yes, yes. That's true.
so having all these, I want to say these grandpa moments, like when I was a kid, we did it the real way. It doesn't help us.
I have a theory
Hmm.
that I probably will have until I'm 100. At least 75. I think you need three people in a room always. Um, you need someone who is older, who has wisdom, who knows the old way, and they
Mm.
know what a copy machine. In this case, right? Since we're talking about this lane, they know what a copy machine is. And my mom used to say this all the time. You got to know how to count. I was raised by a country mom. Okay, so it's like this preacher
Hmm.
thing to me. I can't help it. My mom used to say, Yolanda, you're gonna have to know how to count, right? Because if you don't, what do you do when the cash register breaks down and you have to count someone's money back? So Yolanda, what are you saying? Well, you need somebody in the room that knows typography. That's without going without saying. You need to know typography and hierarchy and the difference
Mm.
between the different types of fonts like sans serif versus sans. And you need to know those things, right? You need somebody in the room who knows what a copy machine is and they know what these things are, but you also need someone in the room who I always jump to the end in the middle and I come back. You need somebody in the room who's new, who understands AI and they understand how to create in the case of what we're talking about, AI twin, and they understand snippets and they understand blah blah blah, and they understand that reels right now should only be under 3 minutes, otherwise they're not. I'll give y'all something free. They're not going to show it to get new people. You need somebody who knows that, but you need somebody. If I want to say somebody like me, who's in the middle, who respects the old and at least willing. I respect the old and the new, and I'm willing to learn the new. I will always respect the old. So you need those people in a room. And you have to be, in my opinion, you have to be connected to those things and those people in some type of way. But sometimes what happens, particularly in the black church, is we only want to stay in the old.
Mm.
We're not interested in coming over to the new. That is how the black church is, not was, they is 10 years behind. So when all the things he said that night when I was watching him, the AI pastor, I agree 1000%. During the sake of the pandemic, all the things that people were experiencing behind the scenes, the crashing of websites, this was happening over here. Oh my God, we got to go live stream. Oh my God, we got to. My fellow creatives, the creative community, have been telling people this for years, begging to update your website, saying, "Won't you figure this out?" I have been told the internet was the devil. Social media is this, but when it crashed, you needed it. When people you couldn't have people in the building, you needed it. And if we're not careful, whatever wave is coming next, we're gonna get hit again. So that's
Mm.
why I feel like people you can't be stuck there. You need to know those things, but you can't be stuck there.
Yeah, I agree. So, as a professional graphic designer, what
Hmm.
are some things AI still struggles to understand that only a human creative naturally sees?
Connection, heartbeat. When you are using AI technology, and you had to pull me back because I like get excited, okay?
No, you get it.
When you're using AI technology or when you're creating a flyer in AI, it doesn't know about the lady in the back, has no knowledge of that. And so, in my truth, because I'm still learning, I don't know how you can tell it to do that, right? Yeah, diverse marketing team. Actually, absolutely, like 1,000%. You can tell it to consider readability, hierarchy, things like that. But you gotta it doesn't understand heartbeat. I have a client who just lost their grandmother.
Mm,
When someone calls me to do an obituary, mm, a friend of mine had a friend that lost someone, and when they got the obituary, they didn't like it. They called me and said I should have called you first because it wasn't even about the design. It was about the heart. Because you're going to ask them, tell me about your grandmother. So recently, ever since that happened, I always keep that. Even though I was already doing that, I always keep that. A client just recently lost their grandmother, and so you can tell me the colors, and you could tell me the thing. No, no, no. Tell me about her. What is she like? What she like to cook? Who was she to you? And you gotta be open to sit and listen. And so, if I can share this part, what I gathered was his grandmother was everything to him. She raised him. When he would come in the house, she wore bracelets 24 hours a day, almost never took them off. So when she was cooking, you could hear the bracelets clacking. I'm a girl. I get it. I love bracelets. I never take them off. So you know when I was designing what I thought about? The bracelets. And the bracelets, now I used my truth. I did use AI to create what he told me. Her favorite color, periwinkle blue. She liked emerald green. She always wore these bracelets. And I was kind of nervous because I'm recreating your queen, your grandmother. You may not be satisfied. When he got it, he said, "Yo, this is the most beautiful masterpiece I've ever seen." AI can do what you tell it, but it's not there to listen to that part. I almost got emotional. It's not there for that. So it's not
mm,
gonna care about the heartbeat, about your grandmother cooking cookies.
mm.
When the things he told me that stayed with me, when he would come home from college and his grandma was say, "You too old for me to be scratching your back." He said, "Okay, I get it, but still do this thing." It's not gonna take in those things because it doesn't know to ask those things. So to me, that's a small part, but that's the disconnection. There is no connection. There is no heartbeat. There is no moment when I want to tell me about your business and why you decided to start a business. Oh, because your grandmother was a hairdresser and you wanted to pattern something after her. It's not going to ask you those questions.
Mm. So how do you as a graphic designer incorporate AI but still find connection?
Yeah, the answer same answer. Because I can't leave out the heartbeat. I learned through doing work for Bishop George Bloomer, through
Mm,
his previous administrator, Clarence Harding. That's how I learned how my gift worked. I've been doing graphics for years, but it wasn't until I started doing work for them, well, particularly through Clarence. And Clarence would call me and say, Bishop started something called Warfarecology. I said, "What is that?" And I was connected, so I was watching the church. So that's a different kind of connection because I was connected. I was watching the church these things, but he would call me and he would deposit what it was. He understood it, and this is why you need an effective administrator. This is why you need someone that's in your church or that's in your business that understands the vision. They understand the thing. They understand the plight. because he was able to help me understand what it was, what the vision was. Well, what I started learning was I do best by conversation. So it's like you're the canvas and I'm the painter. The more you talk, the better I can paint. The better I understand, the better I can create. That to me, that's the if that helps the answer to that question.
Yeah. One of our taglines is tech is powerful, discernment is greater. What
Hmm.
does discernment look like in the creative process?
Same thing. You have to tell me the story. So if you were to use when you say sermon, because we don't have to just concentrate on church, but when you say sermon, my first thought is the man at the Bethesda pool. Right? We've been told this story kind of all of our lives. The man at the Bethesda pool, he was sick or he was ill, and there was this pool not too far. There was this pool that was full of healing things or elements, right? Please, any preacher, let me know if I got it wrong, right? Full of elements. But he refused, this is very interesting, to do anything to get himself to the pool. He did not walk, he did not go little bit by little bit. He was waiting for someone to save him. Now, if you explain that to me, not just Yolanda, we doing a sermon on the man of Bethesda pool. You have to be open for me to ask you questions. You have to be open for me. You have to be open to deposit and from sit on the phone, even if it's 5 minutes, and say, "Oh, well, the revelation is that he wanted to be saved. He did not want to do the work." Oh, got it. Okay, I understand. It did not work. Why are you laughing so hard?
Yes, he did. What? I'm sorry, that tickled me. So is
That's
the
how it
so to
works.
the he didn't want to do the he didn't want to
That's the
he didn't
truth.
want
That is the revelation of the story. Shout out to my pastor from Pastor Dion. He told me God told you not to be like the men at the Bethesda pool. That's probably why that was my first thought. Because oftentimes we want to be saved. And the man at the Bethesda pool, he did not do anything to get him to healing. He wanted someone to come and do it for him.
wow, that's and that's much like I hate
Yep.
to say
Yep. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
instead of asking for help,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna do it on our own.
Gonna do it on our own.
And we I don't want to say it like this. If we're gonna have these it's laziness because even in the AI space, we just accept any pictures.
Yep. Yep.
That's why when I sent you like for approval, and people don't do that no more, they just throw it out there.
Yep. They just put it up.
They say, "Hey, this is, I seen a holy convocation, and I ain't know none of the people. I know the preachers, and I can
Absolutely.
recognize none of them."
Absolutely.
And they put it out.
Yes, because we've become satisfied with low product.
Woo.
We have become satisfied. So I'm gonna use the church, but I'm not trying to pick on the church. So this is my frustration often. We want excellence, but we don't want to produce excellence. We want amazing, but we do not want to produce amazing. We don't want to do the work. And so first of all, I didn't come from that. So I believe so somebody I have to make myself stop. Shout out to my friend Lamar, he said, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. So sometimes I have to make myself stop because I wanted to feel like this is the best thing that's ever been had. There's one cover I've done, probably several, but there's one cover I've done. If I could go back and do it again and they could re-release it, I'd do it today. Kevin Lemons and Howard Collins' current project, third round.
Mm.
I every time I
Mm.
look at that, I say, God. And Kevin loved it. And because at this point his legacy and he's no longer with us, although those things, it will, as long as she's always good with it, it will remain. But
That's
for
a nice
me,
cover. I'm sorry, go ahead.
it could
Thank
have
you,
been
Liz.
better. It could have been better. But that's what I'm saying to you is that, so a lot of times as creative, we're never satisfied. We just sometimes, most of the time, but sometimes we just say, okay, it's we can land right here. Like, okay, okay. Now I've become to the place where I either let it go, pending what it is, because at the same time you're the client, and I could be 1,000% unsatisfied, and you are completely satisfied, and I have to be okay with that. But then the other times when I can make it better. So to me, art can be perfect. That's how I feel. I feel music and art can be perfect. People are not. So, but I think yeah, it's I think we should just become satisfied with just whatever we'll do. Mm, it don't matter. And it's kind of confusing, if I'm honest, to a person like me, a personality like mine, because we serve this big God, he does all these big things, but yet we give low effort. We're okay that you're okay that you sent me for years. People like still today, people's like, Yolanda, I don't have a professional picture, girl. That's all I had. Because for years, me and other creators talked about professional pictures. So, you know,
Yes. Oh, that one.
yeah, I
Oh,
don't think we understand what it says. Today I was sitting in a leaving an appointment, and a young man walked in to the building. He had on a white button up, black slacks, black shoes, black socks. But you know what I noticed? His shirt was halfway hanging out the pants, and the button wasn't all the way done. Now I'm a girl and I'm a creative. I can't help but to notice detail. But what it said to me is, did he care about the interview that he was going to? See, people don't think that those parts matter. So if you're an artist and you of any genre, if you're an artist and you send the radio, or you send the designer, you send the people a picture which you sit in your car, how much do you actually care about your
you
artistry?
know,
Oh, I've seen it 1,000 times.
I've seen it 1,000 times. I've seen it a million times.
People have
Like I
sent me
said,
pictures. Yeah,
I'm not a graphic designer the caliber of you, but um doing social media managing, don't put that picture of my bishop from 1979 and we got professional photos. Who told you?
they've been doing it for years. Because
I
we
even
become,
seen,
yeah.
yeah,
Go ahead.
I even seen something with Hezekiah, Bishop Hezekiah Walker. I don't know if you seen that one going
I saw
around. And I was like,
it.
who is this?
I saw it. I chose to keep because I want to
I'm
keep
sorry.
working.
I didn't mean
No, no, no. But again, it speaks to someone told me someone posted, and there was an artist who posted and said everybody stop using this air flyer. So can first, y'all? I know y'all want people to stop using the air flyers. This is not directed at one person, but you would have to stop doing the same, and you would have to hire people and say, hey, either help us create these things better. Like, if you don't have the budget, you don't have the money, you just don't have the budget. But that doesn't suggest, I as much as I would prefer you call a graphic designer a creative, at least Canva gives you better options. I'm not saying don't use AI in its totality. I'm saying it's a tool, but it shouldn't be the only tool in your box. That's the problem. If it's the only tool in your box, then that is a problem. So I think what happens is, in whatever space, uh recently, I believe he's like a musician, New York area, plays for Hez. He said, y'all not bothered that all y'all look the same? But we've come into this place where everybody's okay with it because our eyes are kind of like blurred. We okay because people came. So my whole point in saying it was, somebody posted, y'all stop using the AI flyers, and somebody got in the comments, they said, but I use the AI flyers and I sold out.
I seen that, yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's an accomplishment. But then when I saw the stats that said you would have had standing room only, people would have been standing outside had you slowed down on me. I'm sorry, I felt my hook. If you would have slowed down, if you would have spent, because here's the truth, the flyer probably would have cost you no more, on the low end, $75. On the high end, it can go up to like three or four. I know people who charge $300 and they worth whatever they and they are worth every penny. But let's say in the middle, a buck 25. Well, if you're selling tickets at $20, you've made that back 25, 25 plus times, right? So so for me, my concern is the lack of investment that we're willing to make. So you want to pay me, and this is no budge because I did just do a sale offering that, right? The economy,
You
things like
did.
that.
You
But
did a lot.
you feel like, how dare Yolanda charge or anyone charge $300 for a cover? But you could possibly, and I know the industry's changed, but you could possibly make that five times over. It's the investment that we're not willing to make that concerns me in any market, in any industry. When I see now, I'm seeing R&B artists like make the investment. Put a graphic designer on your team. Put them on a retainer. You'd be surprised. I'm not saying you should hire people for pennies, but I'm saying you don't know what people will do if you don't have a conversation.
Conversation is important.
Yes.
so, so do you worry that younger creatives may skip learning fundamentals because AI makes everything feel instant?
Oh, I don't cuss, but like it almost like come out. Yes, absolutely. Because if you don't understand typography, hierarchy, sans serif versus sans, if you don't know the differences, if you don't know that things certain colors don't work together, they don't flow well together, then you will produce something that you think is wonderful and it's no shade, but your mama can't read it. That's what I'm saying. People don't consider those things. You produce something that's amazing, but it gets sent back. Something that just happened to me, right? A project I was working on, they produced part of it. I did a whole chunk of the project, right? But they produced part of it in AI. Something I learned this week. AI does have a ceiling. So it's not going to produce an 18 by 24 poster no matter how many times you press that thing through there. So it don't matter. So when you get ready to send it to print, printers are now rejecting AI work because of the low resolution. Because
Mm,
from the printer's end, you sent something, let me find something. You sent something for them to print, right? And to you, it looks big. When they get it, it's this small. And so when they print it, it's blurry. Then you go to the printer, say it's blurry, and they say no. That's how you sent it to. So to prevent the problem, I'm thinking to prevent that issue, they have some printers have banned AI generated submissions.
mm,
So here's the problem: when you run it through AI, it will not produce for you a 300 resolution DPI, which is high resolution, 18 by 20. Let me tell you, I tried it. And I tried it 25 times and I kept trying to produce it because it was already done. So I was trying to reproduce it through AI. It never worked. It never worked. So, yes, I'm concerned that younger creators will come into a game not knowing the basics. It's like not knowing how to count.
mm. So, can someone truly master a craft if they never developed the discipline behind it?
No, in my opinion, no. Now, mastering today
Mm,
is different than mastering when our parents were growing up. I am a self-taught creative. I have some partial school, a lot of experience. I learned from other creators across the country, which I'm extremely grateful for. But they were very, very, very hard on me. Very, do it again, move this over there. It's too much going on. So you need teaching, you need instruction from somewhere. You can't just, I mean, there are people who are just godly gifted, And I believe God gave me a gift to create, but it doesn't remove instruction.
Say that again, please.
I was created, God gave me multiple gifts: music, singing, creativity, but it doesn't remove from instruction. It doesn't remove me from going to rehearsal. It doesn't remove me from, it doesn't. Because here's the thing, if you sit on it like that, the gift becomes dull and it doesn't sharpen, no matter how wonderful you are. I'm bringing up Kevin Lemons again. A hire calling has rehearsal every week. So I know this is about creatives. Oh, yes, to this day, every
Yeah.
week.
Well, you know, Trinity Massey will have rehearsal. We ain't had a gig in sight, but we is gonna
Right?
be there every
In
Monday.
rehearsal. Every Monday in rehearsal.
Every
Every
Monday.
week. And I asked Kevin one time, I said, "You still have rehearsal?" We were on the phone. He said, "Girl, yo, yes." I said, "Really?" He said, "Nobody is," I will forever quote this. He said, "Nobody is that good. Nobody is so good that they don't have to come to rehearsal, that they don't have to." And I don't mean just the actual physical presence of being in rehearsal. I mean, no one is that good that they're above sharpening, that they're above betterment, that they're above. One of my music mentors, Michael Williams, always, the saying is, "Practice makes perfect." He said that's not correct. It's practice makes permanent. Ain't that good?
Practice makes permanent.
Yeah, he's been saying this since I was a teenager. practice makes
Practice.
practice makes permanent. You don't have to tell me to lift my hands. It's permanent. It's
Mm.
permanent. This is who I am. This is what I do. You don't have to ask me. I'm gonna look at the flyer. I'm gonna tell you to look at it twice. It's burned in me, right? It's permanent. It doesn't mean I don't miss things sometimes. It doesn't mean it couldn't be better. But I'm saying practice makes permanent. So if you don't practice to be better, you won't be better. You don't get to. I get that people feel like they've arrived and oh my God, oh my God. That's still. Can you imagine being higher calling turns 30 this month and we still have rehearsal every week? We still sit in the middle rehearsal. I know this is not church, and we sit in the middle
No,
rehearsal,
no, you're
and
good.
she has us clap for 10 minutes because practice makes permanent.
Yeah, we just had maybe was that 2 years ago? We had our Trinity's 30th year of ministry. And so we came back together. And when I tell you we were struggling in rehearsals, we
Struggling.
forget all that discipline and all that. And one of his favorite terms, and Sharice is in I say it all the time to her. She says, I hate your way.
I understand. I hate your
You
way.
know what I'm talking about too.
Yes,
Because
yes.
we think we have arrived.
We think we have arrived.
And he said, I hate your way. Your way sucks.
Your way
I
sucks.
think one day he says,
Absolutely.
God hates your way because I don't like
Yeah, because I don't like your way.
it. So
Absolutely.
I understand it. I do. And even so you're not just a graphic designer, you're an artist.
Yes.
So as someone who creates artistically and spiritually, how do you protect the authenticity of your God given voice in an age where AI can imitate almost anything
No, you're talking about vocally.
vocally?
Um, I think that's something new I'm figuring out.
Mm,
Recently someone encouraged me to, there's all kind of things happening. Some of the things are out of our control, right? I recently saw that K Michelle was suing uh Sunu, the AI voice
mm,
company, right? Because
mm,
after listening to something, she was able to detect that was the foundation. Like her voice was being used. I don't even know how that happened, but somebody got her voice in the system. Thanks you, Suno. Is that how you said Suno? Thank you. So her voice was being, oh, thank you. What's up, girl? Fellow creative. her voice is being used and she's suing them. So someone encouraged me, Yolanda, it's not a big deal, just da da da. And I said it is a big deal. I want control of where my voice goes. I don't want it to be used or manufactured in that way, unless my really good friend Naaman. A gift does not put you before a great man, but perfected gift becomes how you eat, live, and becomes consumer in the marketplace. Yeah, Naaman is very, very astute. So I don't know how I feel about it. I think in some
Hmm.
ways it may be helpful. If you want to do a template for a song, and this is how you think you want the song to go, and that in these things and these things. But I think in some thank you. I think in some ways it can be harmful because what happens when you get to the place and you have to sing
The venue.
the
Sorry.
song for
Right.
real, and you can't because you didn't sing it. You don't even know how to. It's like the whole. Now, if you understand this. I'm not saying you're old. I'm saying the age you come from, right? Millie Vanilli,
Woo.
right? So for years we thought, and one truth is, one of the brothers can sing, but the way
For
they was,
real?
yeah, I think in real life I may have that wrong. Like Naaman may be able to correct me, but we know the whole story was all these years, and we thought they were these guys, and it comes to find out, no, they weren't what we thought. So to me, it's the same thing. uh what happens when you record the whole song AI and you're at it, and this happens in all genres, it is not just gospel, and you get to the thing and the system don't come on and the power goes out and the power's out for a while. What are you going to do? You got
Mm.
to be able to sing for real. Like that's I feel very strongly about that musically. It's like a musician only being able to play with a keyboard. That it's like a musician who can only really play in one key. But then you thinking he can play in all keys. No, he is using transposing. That dude is
Transpose. I
transposing.
was about to say
He can't play in all keys. He can only play in C. And this dude is pressing the button. Right? And that's all you can do. I'm serious. I really do know people who all they can do is play in C. So the problem is that works in the keyboard. That does not work on the organ, homie. So what happens when you get on the organ and you can't, the
yeah,
same
the
thing.
preacher is like, give me some organ. And they're like, that's not now. Musician descriptions are very specific.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow, I forgot.
The transpose? Yeah, it's the same thing. So to me, it's the same thing creatively, Mr. Anderson. It's the same thing. What happens? Sorry, I get excited. It's a little preacher in me. What happens when it was something I just experienced? When they say, "Oh, this isn't working," can you just do it from scratch? Well, you
Right.
can't do it from scratch, honey bun, because you don't even know what Photoshop is. You don't know what the tools mean. So you can click on the T tool. Okay, that must mean text. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I got that figured out. So
That must be
that must mean text, right? So I can figure that out. Well, she said add a granite. Oh, I don't. Okay. So this is HEX. What's HEX? Oh. Well, this C. So what's the C and Y? Oh, you don't know what to do because you don't even know what these things are. Or what happens when the printer says this is not, can you send it to us in a vector file?
that happened to me. I had somebody say, "Can you send it to XYZ?" And I was like, "What's that?"
What's that?
A graphic designer friend of mine. They were like, "What's? Can you send me the original?" I said, "I don't have the original. I just got this." And they're
And that's
like,
all you got. And no shade to you because
"Right."
AI also does not, don't know the difference on TV. Yeah. You don't know the difference between RGB and CMYK. You don't even know what they mean. Red, green, and black. Crane, Crane. Oh, what's the M stand for? Crane, maroon, yellow, and black. The K stands for black. How can you don't know? You're gonna be lost in the sauce. I'm telling you, in the last couple of weeks, all the things we're talking about is what I've been experiencing. When someone does a book, but they didn't tell you, no shade to my client because I love them, but they didn't tell you that they were printing the book through Amazon. So now you trying to export it through Canva, it don't work. Or you don't know that when you do printing, no matter what printing company you go to, so you're trying to print a six page booklet that doesn't work. I don't know everything, but thank God I know little things. I don't know everything in printing, but in printing, you have to do things in four increments. 4, 8, 12 things. You have to print it like that. Otherwise, they'll send it back to you. Absolutely.
Or or I don't want to tell my testimony. Or you could do this AI book, and when you get it, you got one sentence up here, then the next
Yep.
sentence and then the next. And what was supposed to be like 100-page book is a 25-page book. No
Wow.
spaces on it.
No spaces.
It looked good.
Look good
I'm
on screen.
sorry. Yes,
No, it's
it looks
fine.
good. It looked amazing. I'm
But it
sorry.
doesn't work print wise
A book is a booklet. It's supposed to be. I'm sorry.
for a booklet. No, you're fine.
It's a work. It's a workbook. It's not.
It doesn't work. Yeah, and it doesn't work for printing.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Ooh, that thing kept. I seen. I seen somebody's book, and I was like, oh, like the book was like this. It was a booklet. It was supposed to be a book. It was like.
Oh wow.
I'm sorry.
Let me
That
reformat this
thing just.
correctly. Yep. Yep. Yep.
And
It
I
is what
think
you
that is the
said.
danger because you can make a book on chat. You can make a well that you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they get on, and you be like, "What happened to my book?
Mm-hmm.
I wrote 100-page book, and that's
Mm-hmm.
giving me 25."
No, it's fine because
No
listen,
type,
people
no
don't.
type of. I want to say no type of creativity either. Just
Nope.
bland. Just
It's only going to give it what you tell it. And then you got to keep telling it. I'm like, no, that's not what I said. I said blah 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 blah. It only
right.
can do so much, right? It only can process. That's good. It can
So
only process
much.
or take so much.
Right.
And so the part is people. You can't. When I was working on this book for a client, the biggest revelation, you can't skip steps. Now, when you want to use AI to tell people, y'all doing a barbecue, okay, fine. But there's some things you can't skip steps on. You can't skip steps when you're trying to upload the artwork and it says you have to upload it at this certain pixels. Let me tell you why you have to do 3,000 pixels because number one, artwork should always outlive you.
Mm.
Period. Period. Artwork should
Mm.
always outlive you. When you do your album cover, all that praying and snot and crying you did and asking people to give you money, you need to remember all of that when you get ready to produce. The music is just as it's just as important. The cover, the music, the photo, all of them, it
All
seems
the
like it
things.
doesn't, they're all important.
All important.
All of it. And it should outlive you. Long when you're earth. It's gonna be a representation of you. So the reason
That's
in
good.
my thoughts, somebody could correct me if I'm wrong, it needs to be at 3,000 pixels because it's going to be it's going to be reproduced multiple times, right? And so then somebody's looking for your cover, they found it, but it's teeny tiny tiny on Amazon because you didn't upload it correctly.
And even some things that is a KDP, because I do have something on Amazon, that might
Mm-hmm.
even
Mm-hmm.
catch it. Like I said, I wrote this like devotional,
Mm-hmm.
and I was so excited. And I said, wait a minute, let me order this for myself. And,
And that's when you found out.
I said, oh, I got to change this. I got to because this is gonna be
Absolutely.
embarrassing. I
Absolutely.
don't wrote this 30-day devotional, and it's all on one page.
It's all on one page. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh my God. I didn't even mean.
No, you're good.
So if you're leading business, ministry, or a creative team, how should your leaders think about AI?
It's a tool. It is not the ultimate. You should not replace it for your own mind. You still need to know how to count. I'm gonna stay there. Like it just you have to know the basics of design elements. And design is not just a flyer. That's the low grade, if I'm honest. It's not just a flyer. It's not just the album cover. It's in our everyday life. You saying this to people? Let me find something. It's in our everyday life, right? So this is, I'm a big kid. Crayolas. Somebody designed this. It's in our everyday life. It's in food packaging. It's in fashion. It's in our everyday life. So you AI is a tool. It's a tool that can be used. It's a powerful tool, but it shouldn't be your only tool. It should not be the only thing you lean on. You got to lean on
Mm,
your own brain. You got to lean on your own God-given gifts. You got to think about all the parts. Just because they produced it doesn't mean it's good. Doesn't mean it's readable. I don't know if I'm going too far in your question. Doesn't
no,
mean it's
you're good.
readable. Doesn't mean it reaches people. All y'all want brush marks. All y'all want the same thing. This is weird. All y'all, I'm just saying, this is my truth. All y'all want the what is this
Them
called?
little icon, them icon people with
All y'all want the icons. Everybody wants the icons, the little brush strokes, the everybody. So okay, you say Yolanda, but I don't know what to do. I don't have the buzzer. At least ask. Now I can't tell you what is around. There are a lot of tutorials. There are a lot of things on YouTube University where you can learn. So you can't say like I just don't know how. This is the biggest technology information age we've ever experienced in our lifetime. You can learn how to fix a car. I'm not saying you should learn how to fix a car through YouTube, but I'm saying you can learn how to fix a car through YouTube. So there's no, even in my truth, I'm sure I have to eat these words. There's actually no excuse. You don't want to. Oh, sorry. You don't want to do it. You're satisfied. I'm not built like that. So I'm not satisfied with just okay. I don't know how to process that sometimes. I think when you produce something, especially kingdom work specifically, but anything. I was at the Jodeci concert a couple years ago, right? I love Jodeci. I was at the Jodeci concert. It's how you know I'm not regular. I'm the only person sitting in sitting in the seat, looking at the screen like, can't nobody scan that QR code? What?
sorry.
It's tiny, huh?
I'm sorry.
Who thought about that? Because you got to consider the person that the way the screens are positioned, and so the QR code it has to be big enough for the person who's sitting all the way back on the grass. You got to consider those things. Hope I'm answering your question. So you got to have people on your team that don't think like you. I have a friend named
Mm,
Jared. I have this dope, younger, creative friend named Jared. I always say I met Jared when he was 26. Jared is better than I was and when I started. I will always tell him that. And you know what Jared did? He'd be like the little man on my shoulder. He'd be like, girl, I'll be designing. He don't even be around. Just conversations we've had. He'd be like, yo, that's too big. I'll be hearing him in my ear. Like, you need to make that smaller. That's too big, girl. Things like that. So you need, I hope I'm answering your question. You
no,
need,
you're good. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
how do you use this? You don't use just one tool. Now I'm a Photoshop girl, but the truth is that's just one tool. You need to know more than one thing. I'm not a Canva girl, but you do need to know how to use it. If
Yeah.
someone sent you something in Word, can you open it? Do you even know what it is? Like you have to, and I've learned this by trial and error too. Where I've taken on something that I thought I could do, and that wasn't in my wheelhouse. So you got to have people around you that are better than you, and you got to be okay with that. And you got to have people around you that are growing, right? The wheat and the terry grow together. So everybody's not going to be at the same place at the same time. But you got to have people around. Everybody has to be. We all have to make this engine move together.
Yeah, even in the I want to say the AI space, there's more than Chat GPT. It's more
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because I had just like maybe a month or 2 months ago, I just discovered Claude, and it
Yes.
makes my work. It I hate to say it like that, it challenges me. It says we can't turn this into the professor is not your work.
Ooh.
I said, wait. First of all, don't come at me, sir. It says, okay, explain it. Like it really, I don't want to say it's better than chat because they
Mm-hmm.
have their own, but it just when I'm writing my papers, it's me. Chat
Mm-hmm.
will just do the work for you, and you'll just get
Yeah.
flagged by your professor.
And you'll get flagged. And you will get flagged.
Cloud will be like, "This is not your work. You can't turn it in." Said in your own words. Like, and so
Wow.
you gotta, yeah, you gotta learn how to use different tools other than
Agree.
chat. I know chat is the phenomenon,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
it
Mm-hmm.
can't do everything.
Mm-hmm.
So you just really gotta learn different tools.
Yeah, it'll
Um,
it'll
what
cripple you
works?
if you're not careful. And, any point, you can pull me in.
No, you're
I was
good.
getting a new phone. Thank you, Dad, for my new phone. So I was getting a new phone not too long ago, and I was in the store. First of all, y'all be so just y'all just tell all your business. So the girl was asking the other employee or agent, "Did you finish your paper?" And I'm saying this for context. She said, "No, I'm just gonna throw it in chat." She said, "The girl said, why don't you just throw it in chat?" Then, first of all, they were having the conversation in front of me. And I thought, you don't know who I am. I couldn't know your professors. What in the
Right.
world was going on?
Right.
So you have girl A and girl B. Girl A had not finished the paper. Girl B is saying, well, just throw it in chat. Girl A is like, no, I can't do that. Because, they're going to flag you. Da, da, da. She said, girl, I got you. Don't worry. Give me your paper. I figured it out for you. I know how to get around the system. Yo, y'all got to know how to count.
Right. You gotta know how to write.
You got to know how to write. Because
Cause
what are
what
you
else
going
you
to
in
do? Shout
school?
out to Tamil Curtis. If you are watching this, you need to follow this woman. Her name is T Mill, Tmil Curtis. Tamil said this, and she says this all the time. We are all on Park Space. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, these are all parked spaces. Thank God thank you so much for letting us have these spaces for free. These are parked spaces. So I say this for purpose. Now, what happens when chat goes down and you got to write your own paper? What happens when Facebook goes down? But we can't see you on Sunday morning because guess what? Your website don't work. What happens when Facebook goes down and you have not updated? I keep telling y'all, take your website off your thing if it's not working. And your Facebook is your website is there, right? We don't know how to book you. We don't know how to find you because the only place you have any existence is social media. You don't have a functioning email. You don't have it. Listen, my website is under construction, right? But you don't have a functioning website. You have a website name. You haven't. It hasn't worked in years. So she says this all the time because it's a reminder that these things don't belong to us. I never thought about this till I got older. It's like the game member saying I own the block, but you don't even own your shoes. It don't even make sense. So just that's just me. I could go on a tangent. We're
Yeah,
all on park space. So if you use these things for your ultimate thinking, but not as a tool, then you're gonna be in trouble.
mm, I guess that answers the last question would be if you could leave every entrepreneur, if you could leave every entrepreneur, ministry leader, and creative with one piece of wisdom about using AI, what would it be?
Know how to count? No.
You didn't know how to count.
um, mm. I was traveling once to my family's hometown, St. Louis. I was in an Uber car, and the Uber driver happened to be an entrepreneur. He owned a baking a company, and he was saying how they got all their business cards done and through AI, blah blah blah. But when they got it, they didn't like it. It wasn't anything what they thought they wanted it to be. And I was saying, he said, "What do you do?" I said, "I'm a graphic designer." He said, "Wow." So we were talking in the car, and he said, "I want to remind you that you are not replaceable." I thought that was very God divine. And he said, "No matter what is going on, you can't be replaced." Now, someone will kind of disagree with that. So here's what I offer you: you can be replaced if you're not going to do the work. You can be
Mm,
replaced if you're just going to act like it's just going to come to you. I keep sharing what something Pastor Jamal Bryant said on Sunday as he was talking about the economy and jobs and this and this and this and encouraging people and lifting people. And he said, "Okay, we've done all these things." He said, "Now, no amount of running is going to get you a job tomorrow. No
mm,
amount of shout is going to get you a job tomorrow. You have to get up, polish off your resume, and you're going to have to, dress for success, as they say. You're going to have to pull yourself together. While you're waiting, what are you doing?" So, Yolanda, what are you saying? I'm saying don't sit around being mad at AI. It's too big for you to be in your feelings. I was in my feelings. I'm telling you from a real place. I was in my feelings. I'm frustrated. I'm aggravated, but I always believe that things happen for purpose and reason. I have no idea why I'm saying this. It makes me nervous to say this. I believe that things happen sometimes because we're not paying attention. So did AI come around so hard because some of us were refusing to pivot? We liked being in the same place. We were comfortable, and we can't be comfortable anymore. That may not apply to everyone, but it applies to somebody. And it definitely applies to me. Like, we can't be comfortable. You're going to, as they say, get right or get left.
mm,
You're gonna have to pull it together. So, and although I'm saying a lot of things, but I'm saying if you don't figure out who you are beyond this moment, you will be stuck in this moment. If you don't figure out who you are beyond designing flyers and you're the creator, yes, I'm a creative. I'm proud of that, but that's not all of who I am. So if you just get stuck in this moment, you will be frustrated. What are you gonna do? When that man said how many millions of jobs are gonna be lost over the next, and it wasn't 2085, it was 2030. That's down the street. You're gonna have to figure it out. What are you going to do? What other avenues can you do? Who are you besides a creative? What other things can you pursue? Today, an artist was talking to me, and they were talking about. I said, "What do you do outside of music?" "Oh, I own homes." "What?" "Yeah, I own a couple of homes, and I da. Okay, who? As they say, just let me cook for a second. Who are you besides this person? If the only thing you can do is get up and sing a song on Sunday morning, that's not a lot in this day, because you got little kids who can do praise and worship. So, who are you beyond a creative? Who are you beyond a singer? I'm asking myself the same questions. I'm not telling you something I've completely figured out, but I'm saying to you, you got to know who you are. Who is your identity? Because if you don't, you're going to be lost. Can you imagine being Timberlake? I'm sorry, Timberland, and you're you're using AI. Now I'm not telling you again on the fan, but can you imagine? Like, at 80, you should be touring because you want to, not because you have to. At 75, you should be doing graphics because you want to. not because you have to. That means I'm saying this for myself. I have to eat every word. You got to figure it out. Because if you do not figure it out, hear me clearly, you will be left. AI is not going to wait for you. Technology is not going to wait for you. It's like the horse and the buggy.
Mm.
You fight, you steady fighting the car. It's nobody's going to work. It breaks down, but then they figure it out how to make it work. And they kept figuring it out. And now drive, ride your horse down the street in the middle street if you want to.
What?
That's going to be crazy.
Wow. Yo,
That's my
this was
offering.
dope. This was dope. I want to thank
Thank
my
you.
guest, Yolanda Marrant. We just had the
Sure.
TED Talk. Just a simple TED. Learn how to
Sure.
count, y'all. Just learn how to
Please.
count.
Yeah.
I
Can I add
mean,
one more thing? If you Here's the thing, I'm not saying it's easy. It's very difficult actually to go from a season where your name is being called, people are calling your phone, and then you look up and the same people you were working for ran their flyer through AI and they stopped calling you. And how dare, oh, wait a minute, I don't, you were, and they make you feel like you're, I stole this from Pastor Jamal Bryant. You're not worthless. You just got to figure out how to amp your worth. So I
mm,
get it. It feels daunting when your name was being called, but now they running their stuff through AI and it don't even look great. They didn't even ask you what you thought. They didn't ask you, well, can you help me? Da 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 da. They're running logos. And just the logo thing real quick. Let me help you. You can't brand a logo that you got out of AI. Hi, you're gonna have problems. So when you get ready to do certain things, your logo's not going to work. It has no layers. It can't be broken apart. It's all one flat thing, just like a pancake. You're going to have problems. I rather you. I don't want to tell you to. I want to tell you to go get a creative. Please go hire somebody. Just make the investment. But if you just got to do it yourself, at least go to Canvas so you can get some layers. Why are the layers important? Because what happens when you I always think big. What happens when McDonald's calls you and McDonald's wants you to be a sponsor? You are a sponsor for Essence Fest and McDonald's. Well, they said we need your logo in in grayscale vector. Well, you can't produce that like that from AI. And then when you go back and try to do it again, it doesn't give you the same thing twice. So there are some steps that cannot be skipped. So one side of consumers, if you just don't know what to do, if you're just not in your budget, at least ask somebody for help on the creative side. You're not worthless. You do matter, but you do have to amp up your worth. Now I'm closing.
mm. Wow. I feel like we need to pass the offering plate.
Please,
Somebody said they wanted to sow. Look,
please. Oh, you can make a seed. I'll take the deposit. Amen. Hallelujah.
is there a cash out? I mean,
Yes, yes.
'cause-
I'm put my cash up in the comments. Yes.
yeah, put that in the comments. We want to bless the woman of God because this ain't gonna be the last time she'll be on here.
Oh yeah, I hope not. Okay, there you
Mm.
go.
Cash app if you want to sow. That was
Thank
joy.
you.
That was
Thank you.
that
I'm
was.
just sharing. Here's my thing, because I can talk like a preacher. I'm just sharing what I wish somebody would have told me when I started. I didn't have these tools. Now AI wasn't a thing, but I didn't have anybody. I had one. I did. That's not true. I had my design boss, but I didn't have other creatives to connect with and build from and be inspired by. And I had one person, and he's great. So I think part of my assignment is to tell people, you know, share with people what I wish someone would share with me. Like if I see you walking into a brick wall, why am I not gonna say something? Now, I also choose my battles. So when I saw the particular fire from, said bishop and things, it's out of my control. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now that hasn't been an easy road for me because I will kindly find the person and say, "Hey, so I saw your flyer. Do you need help? You okay?" But now I've learned that's not my responsibility. You know who I
Mm.
am. You know how to find me. There are hundreds of creatives. I'm one of dozens who are skilled, who are qualified, and who execute well. You have to be willing to want excellence. That's no against no one person. I'm just I'm just saying.
Nah, and I remember it was a couple years ago. I don't know if you remember this. I was posting something. He said, "Well, where's the hashtags?" I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you
Uh-oh.
remember that. It's like you need to put hashtags on
Yeah,
it.
people can't find you. We're gonna start a whole nother conversation, Mr.
I
Anderson.
know that. I'm sorry.
People cannot find you. So while he said that, y'all be posting y'all whatever thing, right? And y'all don't know that just went nowhere. No shade. If you're not Kim Kardashian, she can post a banana and everybody thinks it was a jewel. She don't gotta put no hashtags, but she's Kim Kardashian. That girl got over what 1 million followers.
Probably more.
Well, I don't follow Kim Kardashian. Well, you follow Kiki Sheard. Kiki Sheard has 1 million followers. Kiki can post a picture of her very cute child, and that's it. She'll no hashtags required. And I'm not saying those people shouldn't use them. What I'm saying is it puts you in the feed. So this is a good thought. You shouldn't just aimlessly live. If you're gonna be a part of a system, if you're gonna, I'm sure I have to eat these words. You're gonna be a part of an ecosystem. You should know what's going on. Why don't use social media to do that? Well, it's paying people. You should. You should. I mean, you know what I'm saying. I mean, I'm just saying we have these things, but we don't use them well all the time. So if you're gonna post, nobody came to my event. We didn't know about your event.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I be because these are things I be holding.
That's okay.
Sorry.
We in overtime. With the overhead, the after show.
Yeah, y'all be mad. Nobody came. We didn't even know. You posted the event one time,
One time,
once.
then mad,
Then
or
you're mad.
I
Nobody,
almost said
nobody.
something.
That's what. It's
I
okay.
almost said something. You don't
Nobody
supposed to
listened to my song. We didn't know your song was out. What are you talking about? I remember when Clubhouse was hot.
Yes.
Okay, I remember this one night we were in Clubhouse and there was a whole bunch of people in this Clubhouse, right? And a young lady asked a question. She said, "How can I better promote my music?" They said, "Well, when's the last time you posted?" She said, "I." That's where I got this from. She said, "I posted it once." The whole room got silent. So somebody said, "Well, why?" Well, I didn't want to bother people. Huh? McDonald's bothers us with those 19 ingredient fries 3.5 times a day. Can you post the info for giving on the screen? Oh, thank you
Oh,
so much, Rise. Thank you. Yeah,
Reese.
so Riz, thank you so much. I'm sorry. So I could go on and on. The point is, if you want to be visible, you got to be visible. You know,
Wow.
yeah, that's another conversation about events and stuff like that. Like, make sure it's right, blah, 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 blah. But I'm saying people can't support what they don't know about. We don't know that you had a book. We don't know that you had a song. Keep talking about the book. Keep talking about the song. Someone recently came to me and said, "Do you know someone that can do these kind of songs?" I would ask you, Yolanda, but you only sing ballads. I said, "Who told you that? I don't even like what? I don't even like slow songs in real life. What?
No, she
I
like
skip over.
quartets, y'all.
I
And
love quartet. I
quartets.
do. I go sing quartet, but I'm a choir head, right? I'm a choir head.
Well, we
I
know
skip over
that.
slow songs all day. Oh, it's slow. Okay, I'm over it. And not all of them, but my point is, at that point, I realized
I
this
almost
wasn't
said you
on.
don't like the. I'm sorry, the CCM. Sorry.
No,
Go ahead.
everybody know that. No, no shade, okay? It's all
It's
purposeful,
all
and
it's all
it all
purpose. It's
matters.
all
Yeah,
God.
no, it's all God. That's real talk. It's all purpose. It's mass. It just. I grew up in a house listening to Sandra Crouch.
Crowds.
Real talk. One of my friends was like, I just, yeah, so much gratitude I have in this moment. But I grew up and listening to stuff. I grew up in a house listening to Sandra Crouch and Shirley Caesar and Aretha Franklin. My mom loved Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin, when she did her gospel album, right? And the Mighty Clouds of Joy and the Hawkins and this and the Miltons. And so, it's just, I don't dislike it in totality, but the principle is, um, yeah, we can't support what we don't know about. And so if we don't know that exists, how can we support it? How can we so I'm saying you have to keep telling people about it. You can't feel like you're getting on people's nerves and these things. There's commercials about food that is absolutely no good for us every day. They don't think that they're getting on your nerves. The movie's gonna show when they're promoting the movie. I'm not sure of the amount, but multiple times a day, right? Because they're promoting the movie. They don't ask you if you want to watch it.
They do.
That's so good.
That
Okay.
is.
We're
That's a
gonna have an after
that's for
party.
another time. That is
Yep.
after party. I want to thank our guest Yolanda for coming
Thank
on.
you.
Cr- she'll be back, and I'm just grateful that I'm connected to these type of people. I'm
Oh
just a
man, thank you.
nobody, y'all, but I know people.
No, you're somebody that knows people.
I know all these amazing people. So now I know a person I could get for my master's class
Thank you.
coming
I'm
soon.
honored. I'm honored by that. Thank you.
But
I
yeah,
appreciate the opportunity.
yeah. And she just, so I'm gonna have to get a new logo. So, because that one was, that's a pancake.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. We just,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
you said a pancake and that took me out.
Oh yeah.
Um, but I'm grateful for amazing people that God
Thank
is
you.
connecting me with. Um, oh, put your information. They might want to, they might need a flyer, get rid of that pancake logo. They might need
That's
a
funny.
worship leader, psalmist. Put all that up there, please. That's it.
I'm
Wild
easy.
friend.
Yep. I'm easy. Use same username. That's a good lesson everywhere.
She
Same
could come
username
in. She
everywhere.
could come and do a look at me, my marketing mind. She could come and do a music workshop, a marketing
Absolutely.
workshop.
Absolutely.
Then you could have her on Sunday morning as the worship leader. I'm just saying. I'm just
Absolutely. Yep. It's all in one bag. It's all in one bottle.
it's all in one.
All in one.
Thank you again.
You're welcome. A
We're gonna
pleasure.
end this because we could.
Go
we
on. Yeah,
done
we can have a
we
nice
done
little
enter
TED
into
talk.
the we done into overtime. But thank you again for you got a busy schedule, travel here, travel there. So I'm glad that you were
Yes, sir.
finally able to come on Creative
Yes.
Conversations with JA. Y'all have our information. Um, use hashtags. Learn how to count, y'all. That's what I always say. Thank you for having a creative conversation with me. Be
You're
blessed, y'all.
welcome. My pleasure. Night.
Peace.